Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, fellow gamers. This is your co-host, Keo, and I am joined here today with June.
Yo.
And today, we're going to be talking probably more about video games.
Do you have another list of things you want to go about?
I'm actually making it as I speak.
Oh, look at you, Mr. DIY.
Kind of. It just should have been done like beforehand.
Yeah, well, we've had busy weeks, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, you got a job, or you just got a job like when we started the podcast, pretty much, right?
Yeah, I just started work probably like, what was that? Tuesday that we were on?
Yeah, Tuesdays when we started. I mean,
the podcast.
Yeah, it's been literally a week.
Oh yeah, I think I had just gone for the interview, didn't I?
Yeah. You told me the day before you were gonna be in an interview, or you had an interview or something.
Yeah, and then I had the interview that day probably, and then now yeah, I've been working.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I got news for you, June. If anything, for right now. Got a name. We got a name.
Yeah, we do have a name now.
Thanks to the
Binch Boys.
Yeah, Binch Boys. Our friends helped us make that.
Wait, is it Binch Boys or is it Binch Brothers? No,
Binch Bros. Sorry, Binch Bros.
Binch Bros.
I mean, it could be brothers, I guess, but Binch Bros.
Binch Bros.
And we also have art too, made by our friend Jingle. It looks really cool. He made it. From what style does it look like to you? Unless he told you.
Well, he said he was going for a Brian Lee O'Malley,
Dang it.
Scott Pilgrim style.
Yeah, I like it. It looks really good.
Why'd you say dang it?
Because I thought I wanted to test your art knowledge, I guess. I mean, your.
Oh yeah, he had already told me.
Yeah, your art knowledge is probably more, pristine than mine is, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm. I don't really. I'm bad with names of like.
You can't
people.
tell a Monet from a Manet.
No, I don't even know what those words are.
What was it? Yeah, no, I told Jingle that he should do more of those artist homages, but in different people's styles. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
We'll see.
He showed me another one too. I didn't get to grab that one, but that one was pretty cool. The other thing too is since we got the our podcast name, I was able to secure the Podbean, and we got that up. So
cool.
Yeah.
So now it's up.
If you go to Binch Bros, that's BINCHBROS.podbean.com. You would go to our Podbean channel or website.
So Keo, I have to ask, how arduous of a task is it every week to work on a podcast? Like all the editing.
Well, it was hard for this one because I want to do some extra shit. Are we
cutting all those sounds out, by the way?
I've cut them. I cut most of them off. Yeah.
So listeners, that's us clearing our throats that you don't get to witness.
Yeah, I literally had to clear my throat though.
Yeah,
but
I might have to do that too.
But yeah, no. I mean, how hard it is with this one. Since it's the first one I've done in a while, and especially since I want to do some like animation, like a podcast I listen to when they throw it on YouTube. It's called Triforce by Yogscast, and they pretty much have animations where the face or whatever moves with the voices of our individual voices.
Right. Yeah, I think you sent me a link. You showed me that.
Yeah, so I was able to do that, and it looked pretty good. But you know what?
Is it with those faces? That
No. Yes.
Yes. That would be fun.
It looked. It looked really cool, but rendering it took about. It said 17 hours at first, and then it says 24 hours.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So I just.
It's still rendering.
I'm not. I'm dropping that for right now. I'm gonna try to do that for this one. Because I think I might have did something to where it's not good, a good format or codex or whatever, so the size is too big. Yeah, I mean overall it typically takes the same length on the amount of time we use on the podcast. The one we did was 1 hour and 40 minutes. I just pretty much had to listen and look for like.
Did we talk for about like 3 hours?
No, 2 hours at least, not 3.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some good stuff.
But you shortened it. You cut it down.
No, I actually didn't. I only cut down like when we said kind of when we said and like all the filler words, you know, like
sure,
or anything like that.
Do you say like a lot? I'm from California, so I say like.
You know, I cussed a lot more than you did, so I said a lot more than anything else.
And you're probably bleeping that. That's the F word, by the way, listeners.
Yeah.
That got bleeped just now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was a whispered F word.
Yeah.
Is there a way we can give it a whispered bleep if you whispered it?
I mean, I could turn it way to down. That'd probably be. I mean, it wouldn't be easier.
The bleep,
yeah.
The bleep would be like. Bleep. I hope our listeners love our conversation. By the way, right now about podcast editing and etiquette.
Yeah, I'll probably just like really condense it. But yeah.
Why don't we throw this into like bonus material or something?
Yeah, I'll probably do that. I mean, it just takes a bit more time. The thing is, though, once I took out the animation, it only took 5 minutes just with the audio. That's it. Like that was so much. It did not take that much time with just the
audio files are much smaller than video files.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's what's going on. It's up. We got the name. I just need to like customize it and stuff. I guess I'll tell you, but I did have to pay like premium for it or whatever because it was a thing. But it wasn't that much in my budget, so I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, we can hash out all the details after.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
But yeah, well, let's.
Oh wait, are you bleeping out?
Yeah, I'm bleeping out.
Oh, okay.
All the cuss words.
Okay, you're gonna have to bleep me twice then.
Yeah.
3 times probably.
Yeah. Let's try to minimize the cussing. You could say it. If it happens, it happens. But
Sure, like don't stifle your natural flow, but
yeah.
There's, we can. I don't cuss that much anyway. That's probably not true. I try not to cuss that much anyway.
No, you don't.
Especially like nowadays.
No, you really. Oh yeah, since with your kids and everything.
I don't know. It's just like in general. I just find it expands your creativity more when you don't have crutch words.
Yeah.
Not curse words, crutch words.
Yeah, just words that you use like all the time or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like for me, I say
Yeah.
I just say that after everything,
Yeah.
And I don't know, or just kidding. That's one.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'll
like tell a joke and say just kidding immediately.
A lot of things, like I feel like that's just like a trend, just like memes or whatever. Because when I was in high school and everything, the biggest thing I've always said is imagine. It's like a joke, and I say imagine.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because like
give me an example.
Like okay, so me and my friends are hanging out, and we're driving in a car, and then I swerve a little bit, and I adjust the car straight, and I say imagine, imagine I actually just did that full on and then killed us all.
Right.
It's a harsh joke, I guess, or a harsh word for a harsh joke.
No, yeah, that's that seems like there's way more thought put into that than me saying just kidding after.
I don't know. I think
making a joke.
I think for sure one thing that's coming around that everyone's going to be using soon, just like a trend, I guess, is sort of thing.
Are you gonna bleep that?
Sort of thing. What?
I said, are you gonna bleep that? You kind of cussed. I don't know if you did.
I don't think I did. I hope
like
I did.
You're like,
I probably cuss like passively, so I don't even know, or curse.
Yeah.
But I'm also trying.
Curse, swear, cuss.
Yeah. Cuss sounds like a smaller or less.
Doesn't cuss kind of sound like a cuss?
Kind of, yeah.
Like, have you ever? There was some movie I saw. I think maybe it was a TV show. I don't know. I was watching something, and someone said that you little. And I was just like, "Whoa!"
Like, yeah, I heard that.
That sounds harsh.
I remember hearing that somewhere.
Yeah, does that sound like pretty rough?
It does sound rough.
Call someone a cuss.
It does sound like almost like a racist term.
Oh yeah, sure. Or like, yeah, maybe I don't know. It kind of sounds like another word that would get bleeped that we would say.
Yeah.
That rhymes with punt, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it has the CU.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's a cuss. Well, I mean, they don't know what you said.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're correct.
Okay.
You're correct.
We should let's transition into the game reviews from the last podcast.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'll go first, just because I didn't get too far into Undertale.
Same.
Not for the lack of Oh, you neither?
Yeah, me neither.
Oh, you played more than an hour, or
dude? I played exactly an hour and I didn't continue. I just been busy with hanging out and like editing and doing other things. Oh, playing Overwatch, obviously.
I get it. Yeah. I'm sure we played Overwatch together when we could have been playing
the games we said we were gonna do.
Yeah, I'm playing a lot of another game too.
Yeah. I want to continue it. I'm probably not gonna record it though, or do a live stream of it, or like I might do a live stream maybe. I don't know.
Hold on. Sorry. That was horrifying. Okay.
What happened?
Sorry.
What's going on? Talk to me.
A video started playing on one of my other tabs for some reason. I don't know why it started. But it really freaked me out.
You got to get off that porn. They always.
It was an anime I was watching, but I wasn't watching it today. I just never closed the window.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So you couldn't hear me for a second.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I was too panicked, kind of.
Yeah. Well, what was I saying? Yeah. So I didn't get that far either. And I don't think I'm gonna do a video on it anymore, because I'm already trying to do this podcast, and then I'm also trying to do my other channels I'm trying to do. So
sure.
I'll probably like stream it maybe. And I'll just do the thing you said where I, cut the chat because, they'll probably spoil it or whatever.
Yeah. Be careful of that.
Yeah. But if
because that game, I think, really hinges on its
I'm gonna ask you something. Is it one of those where you have to get to the end to get really impacted, or?
No, I would say for sure the impacts start coming, maybe around 3 hours in. You start getting hit in the stomach with stuff.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the ending is like a big thing, but like,
yeah, of course.
Like, yeah, throughout the game, you do feel, I mean, there's big moments.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering. That's yeah, I'll probably do that. I just need to get back on it. I'll probably just try to play it so that way I could just give you a review for the podcast.
Yeah. Kyo, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah. What's up?
I don't know if this is going to go on a tangent or anything.
Yeah, might.
But have you ever played a game called Hotline Miami?
I
feel like you would like that game.
I might have played it, but I have watched some YouTubers play it. So.
Oh, so you're aware of the game?
I'm aware of the game. It's very fast paced. It's just a really quick game. It could be quick, but it's also a rage quick game too.
It kind of plays like a top-down shooter version of Super Meat Boy, if you know that game.
Nope.
You know how
not so much.
Super Meat Boy is a platformer, and it's very hard.
Is it the one where he could attach to walls and jump and everything?
Yeah. Okay, you slide up.
Yeah, I kind of know Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, so Super Meat Boy, huge game. Mm-hmm. It's a platformer, but one of the best things about it is when you die, you hit R. I'm thinking of Hotline Miami.
Yeah.
You hit X on your controller, and you're immediately back on. You're back in, without any delay, right?
Yeah.
So it's it's kind of a what do you call it? It feels good. It doesn't feel too bad to lose, to fail at a long platforming bit, because you can get right back into it. Whereas, and the same thing goes for Hotline Miami. As soon as you die, you can immediately hop back in, and try it again, right?
Yeah.
And except instead of a platformer, it's a violent shooter from a top-down perspective, not a first-person shooter.
Yeah.
But I bring that game up because that game, in a lot of ways, is very similar to the game I recommended to you last week, Spec Ops: The Line.
Yeah.
It
Hotline Miami.
deals in similar like themes.
Okay.
It's another game I like a lot. I streamed all of Hotline Miami at some point.
Cool.
In the past.
I feel like I might have it, but I'm not too sure.
Game's great. The sequel, there's a sequel. It's pretty good. It's good. It's a good game. The sequel, but it's like I think the original was more interesting, I guess.
Yeah. It had almost like a bit more story, or like the story is more structured, probably.
Well, no, the story is for sure like way more of a focus in the sequel. Like the first one was much more play the game, and then and you don't even realize how thematically dense it is until the end.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Whereas the sequel like kind of like front loads that stuff, so it's a lot more. You getting a lot more cutscenes in the sequel, breaking up the gameplay, which is cool, but it's like not as I don't know. It's just like kind of like I don't know, man. You know, sometimes things are better the first time.
Yeah,
no matter how good the second
a lot
one
of people. I mean, I think this like the census is like no one doesn't necessarily like sequels, not prequels, sequels. Usually the original like surpasses the second. You know.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
No.
Maybe.
That's what is that what you were talking about, or am I just totally like misinterpreting what you're saying?
No, I don't know, man. I think it's I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad at all. Period. But I don't think it's worse than the original because it's a sequel.
Yeah.
Necessarily, I think it has problems that like they could have avoided.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, doesn't help that it's not as fresh as the first time you've experienced it.
Yeah. I see. Oh, I see. So it pretty much is like the same, pretty much.
Sorry, I you cut out there for a second
on
my end. What'd you say?
Well, it's pretty much the same, right? Like the same mechanics and stuff. Nothing really changed.
It's pretty similar. A lot of things changed.
Yeah.
A lot of things did change, and you know, so they like tried making. That's what I mean. I guess that's what the thing I'm having trouble conveying. They did. They honestly tried to make a sequel.
Yeah.
You know, this most sequel-y sequel, where you change things. You know, you add new dimensions to the game.
Yeah.
But while the first time the game came out, when the first game came out, it was all very fresh. You know,
Yeah.
and so like you were kind of with them and how they were guiding you. The sequel is more like the sequel felt in certain ways for sure limiting, in other ways like, you know, just like it was worse than a lot of like, I don't know, it hurt itself, I think.
Yeah.
With its changes sometimes. I mean, some of them were interesting and novel, but like I didn't end up like, I don't like it as much.
Yeah.
Compare it to the original.
I think I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I recommend both games.
I think it's the same like with because I like Assassin's Creed. I play them all, and it's when Unity came out. That's when everything felt like pretty dumb because they changed up a whole bunch of stuff from there. Combat was different.
Yeah,
all that
combat's
stuff.
way different in Unity. Yeah, I'm one of those people who hates Assassin's Creed 2. I hate that game. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I
Just
find
2?
Yeah. 2. Well, I mean, I don't like Unity that much either. And 3, like, I think is fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it deserves as much hate as everyone else gives it. But yeah, I really don't like Assassin's Creed 2. That's like the quote unquote best one, right? Like,
yeah,
like,
I
just
love that
don't
one.
like that game.
Why is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you play it all the way or?
Yeah, I beat it. I beat Assassin's Creed 2. I'm pretty sure I 100%ed that game, or like I don't know if I got every feather.
Okay, so that's the one
like
with
I got like
Ezio, right? Ezio.
yeah, and you get that cool black armor if you get a bunch of stuff. I forget what
Altair's armor.
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Even though Altair didn't wear that in Assassin's Creed.
He didn't. I think towards the end, the idea is that towards the end he ended up wearing like black or whatever because he got old or whatever.
Okay. And you know what game I really liked in that series was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, which is this direct sequel to 2.
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
Yeah, and you get kind of a lamer armor in that one. What was it?
Yeah.
What was it? Rome. Wait, what was his name? It was like some guy's name. It was like, I don't know, because it's in Rome.
Was it like the Pope or something, or like it was an enemy? Or
No, it was like the guy Romulus's armor, something like that.
I think I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Yeah, you get something like that.
Yeah.
You know what game I liked also was Revelations, and that's when the series started getting bad for people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like them all. I think the biggest thing with 2 was that it kind of like broke the fourth wall for a second. I mean, this is gonna be spoilers for anyone that hasn't finished it. I mean, but it's been like what, 5-10 years? I don't know how long it's
probably
been
at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Since Assassin's Creed 2.
So you gotta catch up.
Are you talking about the Gino thing at the
yeah,
end?
where it pretty much broke like the fourth wall, where she talks to Desmond, or it felt like
yeah.
most of the time
I thought that was pretty cool.
it felt like she was honestly talking to like us as the players, because I felt like a personal thing point, there. Right? Yeah, and it felt really cool. Yeah. I was like, what the hell is going on? I
didn't mind that. Yeah,
I think that was probably the biggest thing why 2 was their like a favorite, was because of that scene, because it really brings the player into the game, like almost literally, and it just, that makes for a stronger connection, I feel.
Yeah, and then they wouldn't stop doing that, and now that's all they do in the Assassin's Creed games.
I'm not did they? Oh wait, okay.
Yeah, now it's like, now you don't even have a Desmond. Now it's just us.
Yeah, they kill. Yeah, now it's awkward. Like after Desmond,
like every single
again, if spoilers, again, after Desmond died, like it really became.
Well, ironically, Assassin's Creed 4 is probably my favorite game in that franchise.
That's the pirate one, yeah.
Yeah, and that one has garbage real world sections. Like the real world sections in that game, are so annoying.
Yeah, they're like minimal and like there's no point to them, whatever.
Yeah, you're doing like some puzzles and first person, like you're working at an office.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, that.
And then
they did.
Yeah. So what is it? Unity and Syndicate.
Yeah.
Neither of them have like the real world section that you actually have to play through.
Like who was actually
which I
like
appreciated.
Going through it. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciated that we didn't have to deal with that stuff.
Yeah, I think the main thing with Assassin's Creed is pretty much just going through the history, really, and it's basically pretty much for like history buffs and everyone. So it's not.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're getting your history from Assassin's Creed, like you shouldn't. Like it's not like
it's not real,
completely
like,
accurate.
It's not. They added their own little thing, which I feel like people probably believe at this point. Like I feel like anyone would believe anything nowadays. Like it's kind of dumb. Can we just quickly go through your review on the time you spent with Undertale, by the way?
Yeah, okay.
We spent about like an extra 15 minutes talking about Assassin's Creed.
I didn't play that much Undertale.
Yeah, just tell me where you're at. Tell us where you're at.
Okay, I'll describe my entire play session. And it's not because I didn't like the game. I'm just warning you, okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's just, I was like, this is a good place to stop for now. And then I just didn't
get around
to going back. Okay, so I watched the beginning cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
Took me a while to figure out how to make it full screen.
Yeah.
But then I did.
Uh-huh.
Okay, right. So now I'm in full screen. And, it talks about this person. It talks about the war between monsters and people.
Yes.
And now it's over.
Yep.
And then a person falls down the well.
Yeah. And
then you're given control of the person.
Yep.
So I walk around. And then I walk down or up. I don't remember which way I went.
Yeah.
But whichever direction I went, I get out of the area I'm in, and I'm in another area. There is a flower there.
Oh.
I walk up to the flower, and the flower tells me, it basically explains like a battle system to me.
Yeah.
And is saying it's gonna help me, and I have to collect like these balls that fly towards you is love. So try and collect them all.
Yeah.
And it turns out he was tricking me and was trying to kill me.
Yeah.
But then a goat woman comes and rescues me.
Yeah.
And then she says, like, oh, that guy's a jerk. Like, come with me. And so I'm about to go with her. And then there's a save point. So I save my game. And then I have not turned it on since.
Nice.
So
that's good.
I think I'm starting the tutorial.
That's good progress, and yes, you are. You absolutely are.
It seems great. I like the style a lot. I like the visuals. I found the character is fine.
It's
so far.
it's funny. I think the music's also pretty good too. But I mean,
music's great. Yeah,
you have to go
I
through
should've
like
mentioned.
all of it to like find, or not all of it, but you have to go through the game to like listen to all the different ones. And
the first one's great.
I didn't realize how much the music was great up until I started listening to it without playing the game, and I was like, dang, this music's actually pretty lit. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I do that all the time with my favorite games and like shows and stuff.
Like you don't think anything of it, right? When you're playing.
Yeah, well, I mean, like
unless they're like really impactful.
Sometimes, right? Yeah. I mean, that's the problem. I was watching this video recently, which was really interesting. I was talking about why, like, well, I'm gonna kind of spoil the premise of this YouTube video. So,
ooh, okay, go for it. Just
who is it
disclaim
from?
It.
I should tell the people who it is from so they can watch it
if they are.
I think it's. Yeah, I think it's from. Oh, geez, I think I have them. I think I subscribed to them because I like that video so much. I think it's called Every Frame a Painting.
Mm-hmm.
That's the name of the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And it was the video is called The Marvel Symphonic Universe. So, if anyone wants to watch this video that I'm gonna spoil the premise of right now, watch that first. But so, what's interesting about this video is it was talking about how Marvel movies. So the video starts with the person interviewing people on the streets, right?
Yeah.
And he asks them, "Hey, hum a tune from Jaws." Okay, so I'm gonna do it to you right now.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounded like
hum a tune from Jaws.
Hum a tune from Jaws.
Like hum.
Oh,
or sing,
from Jaws.
Yeah.
From Jaws, of a movie which I have little knowledge of.
Oh, okay. If you don't know, well, it's very iconic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you another one. You're an outlier, Keo.
Okay.
So do Star Wars for me.
Okay. Any of them?
Yeah, I'm assuming you're gonna do a specific one, but you can. Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna do whichever. I mean, if it really matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There we are. You got it. Okay. James Bond. Can you do James Bond? Yep. There it is. Okay. Now, the Avengers.
Hold on.
Okay. Wait. No, nothing.
No.
Okay. How about Iron Man? Do Iron Man.
I can't pull that one up either.
Right. How about the Hulk?
No, I don't. I mean.
Yeah.
No.
Can you do the X-Men movies?
Okay, let me try.
Well, actually, that might not count just because it's not Marvel. I don't know. Let me.
This is really hard because a lot of our friends know about me, which I don't watch a lot of movies, so this is pretty bad.
Okay, well, here's the thing. The interesting thing is they interviewed people who like those movies. Yet no one could hum a single tune from any of those movies.
Oh, interesting.
And that's because the way they use music. Not that the music itself isn't good. The music is fine.
Yeah.
But the way they use music in those movies is very obvious. And because of that, it's not bold or creative.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's not memorable.
Yeah.
And that was like the whole point of the video is like going through like why none of these movies have music that like you remember ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I found that fascinating. And our talk about Undertale's music got me thinking about that, and like, music in a ton of things. Like, there's like, so many like theme songs to anime or, like scores from video games that like stayed with me throughout the years, but then just as many I'm sure that I've completely not even thought about, like I always remember the like Metal Gear Solid 2 like alarm and then caution music.
Yeah.
Like or like the like score from the first Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
It's like those have like ingrained themselves into my like very being.
Yeah.
Whereas like I couldn't like name you a song from
like Avengers, obviously, or Iron Man, or Hulk.
Or how about Assassin's Creed is a great one because that game has really good music. Like really good music, right?
I know.
And
I know, but yeah.
Yeah, well, but here's the thing. It wasn't until I looked at those songs outside of the context of the game that I actually even noticed how good the music was.
Yeah.
Because in the game, I don't think it's like very. I don't remember that song.
Yeah.
But then, like, I remember, like, I was like looking up composers one day. Jesper Kidd is the guy who did Assassin's Creed.
Hell yeah.
And so I like looked up a song. I think it's called like Ezio's Theme. And it's beautiful.
Yep.
It's a really great piece of work
I guess,
that I don't remember hearing.
I think at the first time, because at this point I do know the like soundtrack from them, from well, Jasper Kidd, right?
Yeah.
And
Jesper Kidd.
I'm even surprised I remember his name. Even though you said it, but it would have came out. But I wouldn't have known it until after, like you said, after looking it up.
Yeah, whereas like I don't know like if I would have like I don't know, Metal Gear Solid or Doom or stuff I played when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those games like the soundtrack is just like part of my DNA now.
Yeah.
It's just like it was so striking. And I think it works a lot of that. I think a lot of that stuff is from older games and like games with limited sound.
Yeah.
I think so like MIDI.
Yeah. I think the other thing too is that when you're younger, I mean, I'm trying to pull up some stuff from my psychology class. When you're younger, you kind of remember a lot more, and which is why they kind of want to like people want to try to teach you when you're young, because you'll remember things a lot more because you're more humble to them and you just get more attached to it, I guess.
Okay, Keo, I have a question, a genuine question. This isn't a psychological trick or anything.
Okay.
Like, do you know like any music from Minecraft?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Are you saying like when I first played and I never looked them up, or like now? Like
because that's a game I played recently.
Oh,
that's
a game I played recently. Yeah, have you been?
Yeah, and I don't.
Yeah.
I can't hum you a single bar from Minecraft.
I see. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But they're actually pretty good too. Actually, really good.
Are they?
Yeah, I like them.
And that's I believe you. I think I bet it is good. Yeah. But they
just blend in so well. I think the other thing too is that you're also trying to focus on like learning the game, because you have to use it. Did you use it on your kids pretty much, or do you not want me to like say where you work?
Oh
or whatever?
No, yeah, we tried an experiment and it didn't really work out. Yeah. So we're not doing that anymore. But no, but okay. For instance, recently I was playing a game, Senran Kagura Estival Versus. Okay,
yes.
It's a fan service beat 'em up thing, boobies and shit.
You say fan service. What does that mean?
Okay. I don't mean fan service like, this is the remake of 21 Jump Street and there's a cameo by Johnny Depp. I mean fan service like the way anime fan service is typically talked about, which is like I don't know, pervy.
Oh,
just perverted.
Okay, that's just another term for like perverted. Then a perverted.
I guess, but it also I don't know. It's hard, right?
Yeah.
Because it means that, but it also means something like
something you'll enjoy.
In the new Star Wars movie, there's a scene where like they're flying the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
And stuff is falling over inside the Millennium Falcon, and one of the things that falls over is like the ball droid that Luke trained with in the first movie.
Yeah,
that's fan service, right? Because it's like, hey fans, here's a little thing,
like a little Easter egg, little
Easter eggs. Joke. Yeah, a lot of that is fan service. Okay. But so that's weird, right? Because fan service is it's a concept that has two different meanings. Hey, that's completely besides.
Yeah, sorry. I just when you said that last time, I was like, "What the hell?" And then like hearing.
I said that in the last podcast.
Yeah, you did. I'm pretty sure you did.
I was probably meaning it in the context of like perverted stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. So it's a fan service beat 'em up. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just saying like music from that game for some reason stood out to me. Like I know it.
Yeah.
You know, like, but I don't know the music from Minecraft.
Yeah.
You know, I know the music from Undertale.
Yeah.
You know, but like I don't know the music from, I don't know most of Overwatch's music off the top of my head.
I think that's good, cause with movies and everything, it's all about like psychological. I mean, this is what my editing teacher like told me. He said it's pretty much, it's your job to make the audience feel a certain way at a certain point, and if the movie or the game flows in a certain way, and the music is kind of like flowing with it, you can't tell the difference, and the audience or the gamers would feel like this emotion that they're not really aware of, but it helps. So they probably wouldn't notice it because there's a whole bunch of things going on. You're reading the story, you're listening, and you're also moving around.
Honestly, I gotta disagree.
Yes,
I gotta disagree with your teacher, just because my philosophy on that. I think that's really safe. I think those types of choices are very safe, and I do think that, like, in the big picture, safety, like, if you you're putting that like high string, right?
Yeah.
When something's scary, or tense, right? It's like, and no one notices it. It's like that means nothing to me compared to like something bold, and like. And I mean, I think that's why things stand out. I think that's why, like, old Bruce Lee movies have those weird musical cues that come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and you're just like, what?
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
But it's cool. Yeah, and it like stands out, and you remember it. And whereas, like, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that, like, I think that might be true of special effects, maybe. And I don't even know if that's true, because I think some special effects should be awe-inspiring in the way where people go, wow, they made this, and that might be immersion breaking, but it's like, that's like the point, whereas like other special effects, obviously, like it's great in movies when people use CGI and no one even knows that people use CGI. I think that's a wonderful thing, like
I haven't dabbled into that yet, but I'm probably never going to, but whatever.
No, but I mean, I get that like idea where people will say like, oh, my job is to make something that like no one, like the better I do my job, no one notices. And it's like, that's true. But musicians, composers, I don't think that's true. I don't think the better they do their job, people shouldn't notice. I think people should notice good music.
I mean with editing though too, is like, when you do, that is true. When you do a good job, like, no one will notice. No one will notice the cuts that you do. Everything looks fluid, and the more you do, the better. The more you will be invisible, which is the point. But also, they will not get recognized for it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, I have a. This is odd and interesting, Kyo. You are an editor. Yet you don't watch too many movies. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good thing and also a very bad thing, because I think not knowing means that I won't. Well, I mean, I pretty much go with my own pace, and I won't be like following what like other editing like standards are. Are you editing movies?
I edit movies during the classes. I haven't done anything personal or for like my channel or anything. So I mean, like a. Like the oneer, right? Like the one shot, the long take. I'm sure you know of it. Like those, I think, are meant to stand out. Like when a director shoots. Oh, just one take, right? Yeah, and then just one long continuous shot. Yeah. What's the one that has that? A ton of movies. The one recently is Daredevil. There's a lot of those where there's fight scenes. Oh, sure. You mean the TV show? Yep. Yeah, there's a bunch of those in Daredevil. There's the longest oneer of all time, I think, is actually, I think it's called Empire. It's by Andy Warhol, where he just shot the Empire State Building for 14 hours. But like in a feature film, there is a oneer called Russian Ark, and this movie is like 2 hours, I think, maybe a little longer. It's 2 hours, one take,
they had to shoot it twice because they messed up at the end of the first one.
2 hours.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours.
And they had to shoot it twice.
Or no, not 3 hours. Yeah, they had to shoot it twice, and they were running out of light because that was the other thing. It was all diegetic.
Yeah.
No, the whole thing was all diegetic. They weren't using like it was all the lights from. They're shooting inside this museum, a ton of camera movements, and it's like on a single dolly or a person's carrying it. Yeah. He had a steady cam machine, and it just it was. They had to shoot it twice. They messed up at the end of the first thing. And it's incredible. It's such a cool movie.
Yeah, because everything has to be like done exactly like everything.
There
shouldn't be anything wrong unless if it's like an improv thing and everyone could work with it and everyone can and pull it back together.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
Everyone's pretty much like good. Everyone's flawless, pretty much.
Yeah, it was a.
Well, they had to take 2 takes.
Yeah, that movie. Yeah, I recommend that movie.
Yeah, I'm in. That's interesting. I probably should watch more movies, really, and like, just get an understanding on like editing and stuff. But I don't know.
One of the most iconic cheats for a long take was in the movie Rope by Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
That movie is a series of I want to say, maybe like 10 shots, that last on for minutes at a time.
Yeah.
But it's like the illusion because the film at the time, the reels of film were too short.
Yeah.
They couldn't shoot for hours at a time.
Yeah, it's all linear.
So they cheat all the time in that movie. They the camera will turn towards a plant, and get really close to the plant and then come out the other side. And that was where the cut was. Yeah, stuff like that. I think there's only one broken cut in the whole film.
Yeah.
Where it actually cuts to someone else's.
Yeah.
Like it cuts from, one, like it's like a reverse shot type of cut. Yeah, that's great. I like talking about this stuff. Do you think our listeners like hearing about this stuff?
We won't know until we release it and see the. I don't even know this. Oh, there goes a bleep. Does Podbean even have like a thumbs down? They have a like button.
I mean, I just realized as I was talking about this, I had immediately wanted to start talking about other film directors and like what makes them notable and why they're interesting, and then I realized we're a video game podcast.
Yeah,
what am I doing?
It's interesting. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's Binch Bros. It doesn't really mean that we're. I mean, Bros is probably the only thing that indicates that we're like a video game podcast, but like it's still a fresh podcast. It could be whatever. We could talk about video games, or we could just talk about anything, or it just could be a podcast of friends talking.
Well, Kyo, tell me about your little what do you call that?
Projects?
Your paper, your sheet that you said that you were working on, the itinerary of our conversation. You said you had some.
Oh no! Here, I'll just send it to you here. I mean, you have full access on it too, and you can actually write while I'm writing. But it's pretty much I haven't added anything. I just barely put games we played for podcasts in the topics, and I didn't even finish the intro for the beginning of this podcast. So I'm
okay.
So
yeah.
I see you there.
Yeah, I see you moving around too.
There you go.
Yo. Okay. I'll talk then. I've been playing a video game recently.
Yeah.
Senran Kagura Estival Versus. It is for PlayStation 4. Mm-hmm. It is it's kind of like a Musou game. Mm-hmm. Musou games are like Dynasty Warriors.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah,
it's kind of like one of those, except it's much more.
Is it like loose. Boxed in and stuff? It's not like.
Yeah, it's boxed in. Yeah. You fight like hordes. You fight like I don't know, 50 dudes at a time.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel.
And the whole like gimmick of the game is that you play as these like big busty ninjas who their clothes go flying off.
Yep.
Right.
I saw like a little trailer with Justin.
Right. So that's like the gimmick of the game. Now I beat the game.
Oh.
Now.
Damn.
And I was like, well, I'm not done with it because there's like a whole bunch of other stuff to do. But like, first of all, whoa, I didn't expect it to be like as like emotionally good. You know, like the story like moved me.
So it actually got
So
you.
like,
And you thought I was just gonna be a straight up beat 'em up. No story needed. It's strictly for those perverts out there that love women with big boobs and jiggling.
And that's fun, right?
Yeah,
like,
those are,
I sign me up. I can be a pervert.
I'll do that too. I mean, I'm not ashamed.
But like the thing is, like I was actually like quite moved by this story, and like so like I was like, oh, that's interesting because I've played other games similar. There's a series called Ona Chambara, which are these like bikini samurais who fight zombies.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty dumb. Those games are not emotionally, they don't move you in any way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just stupid fan service. But
Samurai Kagura had like a it moved you for some reason, like towards the end.
The ending was pretty feelsy. Yeah, I had feels during that ending, and I was like, oh, I didn't expect that. I found that very surprising. I mean, it's not Undertale or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I haven't beaten Undertale, but I know that's like supposed to be really intense.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, it's not. I'm not saying this is like Schindler's List or something.
Yeah.
You know, but it's but it was cool, and this game's huge, by the way.
Yeah.
Holy cow! There's like.
How long did it take you to beat the game?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I've been playing it for a while. I don't know the hours exactly, but like. So each level probably takes you around, I don't know, 2 to 3 minutes, right? Maybe more, maybe 5 minutes max. They're not long. These levels aren't long. There's around 5 levels for each day, and there's around 8 days. But there's like big like blocks of cutscenes, you know, in between each level, and then after. Like, while you play the game, you unlock stories for each of the girls. There's, I don't know how many there are. Maybe like 25 characters that you get to play as.
25?
And
that's only
somewhere around there.
There's only 3 more than Overwatch.
Yeah, but they each have their own, like...
weapons.
Like, missions.
Oh.
No, but they also have their own mission stories that are separate from the main game.
Whoa.
So there's the main... like game story, and then there's heart missions,
like separate individual character stories.
Yeah, and they're pretty, you know, short, but like they're 5 like levels each, all of them.
And how much?
And I haven't gotten through all.
How much did you buy this game for?
I think it was on sale for like $30.
That's not that bad. That's a lot.
No,
that's a lot.
It's
a lot for your value.
Yeah,
for the value.
It's a very beefy package. I was surprised. I was like, and also like leveling up each person. Like, there's like so like I like looked into it. I was like, wait a minute. Like, what are these gauges that are moving? Like, there's 3 bars under the name.
Oh, I see.
I guess like you level them up differently depending on how you like. Okay, so there's like the gimmick of the game, like mechanically.
Yeah. Is
that like you can transform, right? So when you transform, it gives you like a boost to your attack and your damage output. Yeah. Or I mean your defense. Okay. You can also, instead of boosting, just fight without, or I mean instead of transforming, you can fight without transforming. Yeah. That gives you I don't know, nothing, but it levels up this thing called Flash. Which, if you level that up enough, you start earning better XP and better money and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then also, instead of transforming, you could do a move called frantic mode, I want to say, where you get rid of your clothes, so your defense goes down completely. Yeah. But your attack goes up like 3-fold.
Oh my god.
So I was like, oh my, this game is like much more complicated than I thought. Yeah. But it's also very simple to play. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, it's like a stress ball.
Yeah, it sounds like you could just get into it, and then like with all the stuff that's going on, it kind of just like guides you to it, and then also just like I don't know, you naturally kind of just go through it, huh?
I gotta say, like the last 2 games I bought, you know, they're both like anime, like games that are kind of Musou games. Like I bought Attack on Titan and the Senran Kagura game.
Yeah.
And I thought I would like Attack on Titan more than Senran Kagura.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wow.
100%. I had no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Right? And now all is said and done, I would much rather play this game than that game.
Nice.
I don't know. This game's
that's interesting.
Way more satisfying.
I think I like those games, the ones that surprise you, because then you just be like, oh, well, that's interesting. Yeah. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I wanted stupid booby fun time, and said I got a pretty worthwhile game. I didn't expect that.
Nice.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's a game I've been playing.
Yeah. I've
also been playing Overwatch.
Yeah. I've been playing that too. I think I haven't been playing that too. What the hell? I've been playing the game you suggested. And the only other thing I've done is I picked up the VR for the Samsung VR thing.
Oh, the Gear VR?
Yeah, it's not it's not necessarily a game, but I mean, at this point we're like a whatever podcast, so it's
I think there's games on
there
it.
Is.
So it's,
but so far I just used it just to mess around cuz I messed with VR before. Google Cardboard was the one I first messed with.
Okay, is Gear VR not cardboard?
No, definitely not. Do you know what Google Cardboard is, or have you heard of it?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, well, like the Google Cardboard is for
you put your phone in there.
Yeah, and like a lot of people, like third party companies, they send you a cardboard so that we could attach or assemble the VR equipment. Which is pretty cool. It's pretty cheap too. It's like $10 or $15 to get.
I hear it works pretty.
It works pretty good. It's just you just have to hold it and you just look around, and that's pretty much all you have to do. With the Samsung Gear VR, it pretty much you have to put your not custom. You have to put like either I think it's the Note, Samsung Galaxy Note 5, Samsung S6 or 7. Edge or not, whatever, and
you still have to put like a phone inside.
Yeah. But okay. It only works with those phones, right. And it's powered by Oculus. If you know what that one is, if you know what that is.
Yeah, Oculus. Right. Yeah, they're owned by Facebook now.
Are they? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've been owned by Facebook since like last year.
Oh, maybe I think I remember hearing things about that. But yeah, it's powered by Oculus. It's not owned by Oculus, I guess. I guess it's still owned by Samsung, whatever. And
what does that mean? They're using the same technology.
Yeah,
as the Rift?
I think they are. Yeah. Apparently, I could attach a controller to it too, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that or if I even want to. But so far, what I've go ahead.
I was gonna say, did Oculus kind of lose the VR fight against the Vive, the HTC?
I haven't messed with Vive yet, but I think so because
the Vive is the like super expensive.
Yeah,
but
you're gonna look at like $800 American dollars.
Right. Yeah. Plus, not to mention like a rig that could run it.
Yeah, and like obviously the space for it too, because you need like a decent amount of space. I'm pretty sure you could work with a limited area, but you want like a nice big square area.
Yeah, because it's like that's the type of like the tight roping across like the Twin Towers or something like that.
Yeah, but
stuff like that.
It is one of the like intense VRs that you go through. Like it's accurate. I mean, I haven't messed with it, but it's like accurate. It makes you really feel like you're in a different world and everything, and you can move with it. That's the biggest thing I think too, is because when you're messing with the Gear VR, you have to sit down and just look around. That's all you could do.
Right.
With
you can't walk around.
Yeah, with the Vive, the idea is that you can move around and you could grab stuff, and you could grab stuff too with the little handles.
You have
too.
The little. Yeah.
That's like
I'm a bad video gamer. I haven't touched a single VR.
You know
machine.
what? It's fine because I'm honestly probably worse than you because I don't actually like take the time to like go through individual games. I just stick with my pleb. Well, I just stick with my games. Overwatch. I haven't tried playing like Spec Ops or taking the time to like try to like go on it or anything or any of the other games because I always pick up a game and then play it for about like an hour or so and then drop it and don't go back on it and pick up another game.
I mean, this might be premature, but I have a suggestion / proposition for us this week.
Yes. Interesting.
There's a game I've been wanting to play that I haven't played, and I haven't looked into too much. All I know is it's made by this studio that made another game that I thought was okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good, but I hear really good things about this game. So I figure, and I think it's cheap. I think it's only like $20 or something on PlayStation Store. I think maybe we should play this game for our next, like both of us.
Which is?
It's called Inside.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's made by Playdead, and they made a game called Limbo.
Oh, I know Limbo. That's actually I finished that, but I had to be with friends to finish it for some reason. Not that it was scary.
It's a good game.
Yeah, I like it's that's pretty. It's weird. It's one of those games where you just play and no one says anything. The character doesn't say anything. The only thing you have is just going through this weird little puzzle game, and there is it to you. It seems like there is a story because there are little cutscenes where like, oh, who's this little girl, and the boy kind of like follows it, or you feel like you're alone or whatever. And then at some point, like there's other people too, right? Like there's like a father and a son maybe or something like that. I can't remember.
Maybe. So the game Inside is made by the same people, and it's not too dissimilar from Limbo.
Yeah.
It's the same sort of perspective. It's a side-scrolling game.
Yeah.
But I hear great things. I hear divisive things, actually. It's interesting. Some people really don't seem to like it, but some people love it. So those are the games that I always gravitate towards. I love a good divisive game. I don't have any time for something that's just all acclaimed or all disliked, right? So I mean, I'm thinking maybe for next week me and you can both play Inside. I hear it's not very long.
Okay.
And then we could come and talk about it on our podcast.
You know what, I'm down with that. I'll also try to finish up Spec Ops because I don't like to get off my word. Like I typically try to stay like
you know what I'm doing right now?
You're playing Undertale?
No, I'm buying not Limbo.
Inside. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just purchased it on PlayStation Store.
The other thing.
So now you have to do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm down. I'm down to do that. It's something we both haven't played, and we both also play Limbo, so that's pretty cool. So we could definitely come.
Yeah. So we have the same basis.
I think we can also talk about it outside the podcast, and then we'll just recap what we said about it, I guess, too, because like it's. We talk a lot like during the week anyways, so it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
And
my cat is licking my medicine.
Uh-oh.
Not like it's not open. Okay. It's like in its case. She's licking the case.
What's his name again?
And that's her name's Cairo.
Cairo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Get out there.
I don't know. I think she just likes the texture of the cap because it's like ridged.
Yeah. Ridged and stuff.
Yeah. So she's licking it. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Inside sounds pretty good. I'll definitely go get Rabbit too. I think the other thing too is that we didn't. If we do suggest more games to each other, we should have done this thing where we could share on our Steam, where we don't have to buy. Because I forgot that's a thing.
Oh sure, yeah. Too. I already bought Inside, and I don't know if it is. I mean, I'm sure it's available for the Steam, but I just bought it for PlayStation. I don't know. Maybe. I'd rather PS4 because like I typically like try to chat too. So that's what it is. Yeah, I just like playing video games on my PlayStation way more than computer, just because I'm a scrub.
Yeah, I mean it's to each its own, right? I was born off of like PC. You know how I told you how like my family plays games and everything. My mom and dad immediately bought us a computer, and we were just hooked on that.
Dude, right there with you, man. I used to pretty much exclusively, like when I had like the PlayStation 2 era, Xbox era, I pretty much like the only thing I played on my PS2 was God of War and Metal Gear, and everything else I played on PC. But now with my PS4, since the PS3 pretty much, I have had a hard time keeping my PC up, with the new stuff that comes out. You know, like I don't know if my laptop could even run Crysis. You know, that game that was supposed to be like a big deal back in the day.
Yeah, it's pretty. Crysis is actually pretty good. I heard a lot of good things on it as well.
I played it on PS3. Like that's what I ended up doing.
Yeah,
or at least a little bit of it.
Yeah. I don't know. It all depends. I mean, like obviously, I also like PCs too because like I could do a lot more like edit and stuff if I keep updating it and stuff. But
yeah, you have a reason to keep it updated.
Yeah, another reason.
Yeah,
but I mean, I haven't been playing because like I don't know. Usually, when you get consoles too, it's all depends on like what your friends are getting too. So that's just the other caveat. Ooh,
right.
Nice. That was a good word. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about, I guess, just quickly, I think we should spend about like 30 more minutes on the podcast. 45 seemed a little bit too long, but 30 minutes is pretty okay. But the new systems that are coming out, you were talking about how you get consoles, right? So the new systems that are coming out, do you know about those?
Yeah, the Project Scorpio and the PlayStation Pro.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about, right? You're not talking about the NX. Sure.
NX? The Nintendo one?
The Nintendo
yeah, that
NX,
one's going to be...
Which is an actual...
Yeah, that's going to be interesting too because... yeah, apparently it's going to be the same as the PS4 and it's going to compete with those two, which is interesting because I forgot who told me, but Nintendo's one of those that rely mainly on gameplay opposed to like graphics, right?
Well,
I mean, obviously, definitely the graphics.
I would say their consoles have a tendency for going for okay, so the Wii was a monumental hit, and it had a gimmick, which is motion controls. Then the Wii U was totally not a hit, but it also had
another gimmick.
Yeah, with the touch or the.
They're pretty much the tablet.
Tablet, yeah. And then and the, all their the 3DS, DS,
those are pretty
all
good.
That stuff. But so we don't know what the Wii U is gonna have, if they're gonna have anything that's.
You mean the NX?
Weird. Excuse me, I do mean the NX.
Wii U is like interesting.
The Wii U also had a terrible name.
I mean, yeah, like why U though? Like I really don't understand why U was the thing.
Well, it made it sound like it's something like the PS Pro or the Xbox Scorpio, which I don't know if that's what it's. Is the Xbox Scorpio going to become that when it's?
I don't know. See, when I mentioned when I just mentioned it to you about the new PS4 and stuff, I haven't done my research on it. I just want to see if you knew anything about it to see what's going on. But
I keep up to date.
Yeah, I need to. But I mean, I don't because I'm not really a console guy, right? I'm not full on. I think I'm converting now. You guys knocked on my door enough times to where I kind of just accepted my.
You're going backwards.
It's not really going backwards, really, because it's kind of. They're all pretty much the same thing. Like it's a different UI. Instead of it being a Windows, it's a PlayStation. Instead of it being a Microsoft, or Windows, it's a Xbox UI or whatever.
I mean, the PC is always going to be the best because you can mod your games.
There's a
do
lot of customization, but
you can overclock your PC.
And you can upgrade it and stuff. I mean, with Xbox and PlayStation, I think you can upgrade your storage at least, but and
I guess this the Pro, and the Scorpio are in a way sort of like an upgraded, because I think you can transfer over all your data from your PlayStation to the Pro.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of an upgrade.
I think it's interesting. They're gonna start doing. I think the two biggest things that are gonna happen in the newest ones is it's gonna have like VR. VR is probably a big thing now. That's probably gonna be like not so much like you have to have VR, but there's an option to have it, right?
Well,
and then
Well, the VR is its own thing. It's separate from the PlayStation Pro.
I think they're gonna add it though, because
Sony
like
Morpheus.
Sony has their own VR. I forgot what it's called.
Which it's called it's Project
Uh-huh.
Morpheus,
And then
but it doesn't. It's called PlayStation VR now.
And then they also have Xbox, or Xbox has. I think they're taking up Oculus. Yeah.
Oculus.
I think that's a big
Oculus.
that's a big one though, if anything, cuz Oculus was pretty big when it came out, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, if it we'll see how that does. But I mean, you don't need either of the new consoles to get PlayStation Pro works on my PlayStation 4. It's going to work on it. That's the promise. You're not going to have PlayStation Pro. I think it might be better with the Pro or something.
That's
the Pro.
Pro is not the console. It's is an update.
It is a console. No, it is a console. It's different though. What it is mainly for is for HDR and what is it called? Oh geez, what is it called? It's like the new TVs. What
it's
are the new
UHD, ultra high def. That's the other thing I was going to talk about. That's the other biggest thing is it has 4K, right?
4K.
Yeah,
that's
4K. That's what UHD is, because HD is 1080p.
Yeah.
That's what everyone's doing
PlayStation.
Right now.
Well, I mean, most of the games on PlayStation, I think, are
720,
right?
720 is below 1080, but they
I mean, I think some
that shouldn't. Every game that has came out, and at least in the past 2 years, should be 1080, because 720 was a 10 year resolution 10 year ago.
There was something some game ran at 720 in order to facilitate frame
Unity
rates. Maybe that was Halo.
I think it was Unity.
Halo did that, I think.
I think the difference between the two is it's not too hard. It's not really that big, but if you downscale to 720, it does optimize performance. Graphics wise, it won't look that great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's when I'm watching something online, they'll have high definition, and they'll have settings for high definition. 720, 480, and 480? Yeah, and 1080, I think, right?
720, 1080, yeah. 480 is...
And
480
the lowest is 480.
The third lowest. I think the lowest you could go is 240.
And that's when it starts getting into
standard def is actually 480, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, 480 is standard def. Okay, yeah. And so 1080 and 720 are quote-unquote HD. But now we have
but the only thing with that though is you obviously have to have the peripherals, aka the TV or the monitor, to even show 4K resolution.
Right. Yeah, so it's hard to demo that without the TV. You can't watch a trailer and understand it really, which But I mean, I don't know if I'm not rich, man.
I don't know. The prices of 4K stuff is going down now. We're going into the 8K now.
Yeah.
That's the newest 4K.
You know what? I'll get a 4K TV when they're as ubiquitous as flat screen TVs are now. Remember how flat screen TVs used to be
expensive?
Super niche?
They were $5,000 for a 55-inch.
It's funny, if you read game reviews from 10 years ago, people were mad that I remember Dead Rising for Xbox 360. That game came out when HD TVs weren't a standard, right? And I remember the text being too small. And other games around that time, I remember if you played it on a standard definition TV, the words would be kind of illegible, Whereas, like, I mean, no one has that problem today because, like, almost everyone has a HD. No one has a CRT.
No, well, I mean, except for those who play Smash, like the original Smash Brothers, you still need CRTVs for those. Yeah,
like Melee.
And that's
sure,
that's
like
a whole different topic that we could talk about, like.
Or retro games in general, because there's latency on these.
I mean, but most of the games that people want are kind of already upgraded to, like, today, like remastered or whatever. Like Zelda, I was actually surprised when I was curious about whether they remastered that. They just released it the day I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh man, I need to get it.
The Legend of Zelda
and
NES?
Majora's Mask.
Oh wait, you're talking about Ocarina,
Ocarina of Time. Sorry.
Okay, see, I didn't know which one you're talking about. I thought you were talking about
the old
original
one on NES.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's up there too. I mean, you could just
emulate I have a question.
That, right?
Would you? I have a podcast question. The word badass. Do you believe that?
The word badass, like the concept of like you're hard and like.
Like, have we bleeped badass?
Twice, right? Oh, did we? I don't think. We'll see.
Because
I don't think it is. I'm not gonna do it. But that's
you know what I think
in an editing stance. I'm not gonna do it because I'm lazy, and also it gives me less work to do. But also because I don't believe it's a really bad word, really.
Yeah, and also, like, I mean, the word ass in general isn't really, like, you hear it on TV all the time now.
I think so. It just means apparently my friend Luis, he says ass means you, like, get your ass over here. It's just another word for, like, a person to bring over or something. I mean, it just depends on how you use it. I might bleep that one out because that was like whatever.
Right. You're gonna bleep out that one instance of ass, but none of the other ones.
I guess
that's so bizarre. And
I'll just do it.
That's so haphazard. Your censorship.
It's kind of, I don't know. I mean, it's still, I'm still working on it. All right, come on, give me a break. Just to go back onto the track that we were talking about, like HD and stuff and TVs. The cheapest you could get a 4K TV today, in September 20th, 2016. Is I mean, this is a third party, like, it's not like Walmart or anything, right? But it's a 4-inch 4K TV for $200. Yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, 40. Sorry, that's the smallest TV I've ever heard.
I think I was more surprised by the size than the price.
40-inch TV. Sorry.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. But I mean, like, in like 2 years' time, I'm sure that's gonna go, like, down exponentially, especially with, let's go with 8K TV. I mean, that's not that bad either. What the hell? Hold on, let me adjust this real quick. I'm going off Google Shopping because that's obviously the most reliable source of of checking for prices and stuff, right? Really?
Yes.
I don't even know. Is this 4K? No, that's 4 gigabyte. What? No, that's not what I want. I guess there's no 4K. There's no one's selling for 8K yet, I guess. So there you go.
8K is
it does. Insane. I mean, I know a few friends that went to, I think it was like CES, Consumer Electronics. Ooh, Service? Oh, I forgot. Expo. I think it's like Service Expo. Maybe it's CSE. Whatever. They went there and they saw the 4K stuff, and apparently it looks crazy. Like, you could go really close and you could see, like, the freckles on someone's face, and it's not that close to their face. Yeah.
Huh. There was always that what was it? It was like why Blu-ray beat out HD DVD. It's the porn industry.
That Blu-ray beat out HD.
Yeah, you know how there was that, like, there was at one point in time there was a competitor to Blu-rays. And now we watch everything streaming.
Yeah.
But before we started doing that, Blu-ray is the only, like, Blu-ray was the successor to the DVD. And that was because of two big reasons. One, porn. Porn industry adopted Blu-ray. No, I'm not even. This isn't like a funny anecdote. This is like actual science.
It's actual history and the things that actually happened.
Yeah, this is the history. Yeah, and then I think like at the time, it was interesting because just like there was a division between the lines of HD DVD and Blu-ray. Do you even remember HD DVD?
HD DVD? Hell no. I just remember DVD called. And Blu-ray. HD DVD sounds like it's just Blu-ray.
Nope. Yeah, there's HD DVD. I don't even know if you can. I'm
DVD. Sure I just realized during my editing class that DVD is standard definition, and I was trying to upload a 1080p on a DVD, and it wouldn't let me.
Pointless.
It just scaled it down. I'm like, what the hell? This sucks.
Let me see. I'm looking up HD DVD right now. I want to see if you could.
I'll just talk while you're looking for it.
Movies. You can buy The Bourne Identity or The Bourne Supremacy on HD.
Do they still sell HD DVDs?
I don't think they've been making any new ones.
Or is there like?
Okay, I'm on Amazon right now, looking at their HD DVD. There's season 1 of the Star Trek original series remastered. But the movies that they're selling, the contemporary movies were like Constantine and Scooby-Doo the movie, and the Phantom of the Opera, the one with Gerard Butler, and like season 1 of Battlestar Galactica, stuff like that. So it's like, no, I don't think it lasted very long.
It doesn't look like it. I'm seeing. Oh wow, yeah. So HD DVD. You know how I guess Blu-ray has. So that was a competitor, right? Kind of. So Blu-ray had like I guess Blu-ray had the border where it's like blue and it looks like a PlayStation thing, right? And it said Blu-ray on the top of it.
Well, PlayStation 3s could play Blu-rays. That was the thing. And Xbox 360.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the case.
Played HD
like when you get the
DVD.
case. Apparently, HD
case,
DVD has a red casing. It looks literally the same.
Yeah. It was the.
That's weird. Like, that did not last that long for me to remember.
Oh, here, this is the
Phantom
gem.
of the Opera.
Found a copy of.
Whoa! You could buy it for 9 cents on Amazon.
Yeah, I found a picture of a copy of Superman Returns. And it's I think it comes with 2 discs, 1 HD DVD and 1 Blu-ray.
Wow. Oh hey, look, Overwatch is on HD DVD. I'm just kidding.
Well, you know what the interesting thing about HD DVD and Blu-ray is that the Xbox 360 you could play HD DVDs on it, and the Sony PlayStation
Blu-ray
had their Blu-rays. Yeah. So the PlayStation 3, excuse me. The Sony. Why would I say Sony? I didn't say Microsoft.
That's weird.
Anyway, they so interestingly, the lines were drawn even then, and because the Xbox 360 was the leader, the console leader, back when they were competing. It's like the opposite situation of what's happening today, and what's interesting is, over time, that actually evened out. So by the end of the console life cycles, the PlayStation, I think, was probably more successful overall than the Xbox was. And a big part of that you'd have to attribute probably is the fact that people said, I don't have a game console. I should get a game console. Which one should I get? Well, this one plays Blu-rays. I have Blu-rays. I don't need to buy a separate Blu-ray player.
That's always a thing. Like, I hate it. I hate how just in general how this has to be an opposite decision. Like, why can't just like Sony and Microsoft just go together? But
Well, no. Here's the weirdest thing, right? Because okay, the Xbox One plays Blu-rays too, I think. But here's the weirdest, like most asinine thing about the PlayStation Pro. Okay, now these games are gonna run at 4K, but they're not gonna be able to play UHD.
That doesn't
movies.
make what?
There's no UHD player.
That doesn't make any. Well, I think because there's no movie that is 4K anyways. I think.
No, but they're gonna.
They are gonna come. The thing is though, apparently like people that make film or everything already record at high resolutions. They recorded 8K, I guess. Like ever since not the beginning, but like once like digital came in, they just started recording that and they just downscaled it.
Yeah, you're gonna get remasters of Prometheus in 4K. That's gonna happen.
Which is interesting how they did that and how I think it was like coincidence, I guess, or just they probably knew. Which is, that's a.
Okay, I'm not following you here. What do you?
I'm talking about anybody in the film industry. Apparently, they like record 4K. So Star Wars, they record in 4K, like the trilogy.
Well, it's because of the screens, man. They'll what do you call it? What's the word again? Project. They project on IMAX and stuff, right? Like think about that stuff. Like those screens are like
yeah.
Like isn't an IMAX like screen? Like the quality of film being projected on that, isn't that somewhat like comparable?
I think
4K?
so. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, because that would make sense. That makes 100% sense to me.
Yeah, because people aren't making films generally for the purpose
for like or like for thinking about the
necessarily.
future that like people are gonna have 4Ks in the future. We should record in 4K. It's more of like the theater sense is like they're already going to be big and everything.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That's interesting.
Exactly. Yeah, and honestly, most people probably watch more films at home.
Of course. Well, you have Netflix, Hulu. We have a whole bunch of streaming services, and then like separate from that, we have these pirated services.
Oh, I thought you were really coughing.
That was actually, a sarcastic cough.
You were doing a thing. You were doing a bit. You were doing a bit.
Maybe I'll just.
You like it when
Maybe I'll just fart or something instead.
I'm calling your bit out. No, but yeah, for sure. We have plenty of options. Let's say of watching things that we don't have to pay. That's the brilliant thing about the internet, about movie theaters nowadays, is that they know people have much easier options than to go sit in a movie theater for 2 hours to watch their film. So nowadays they try to make it into an experience. They try to make it into a day out. So now movie theaters have really nice seats. You have the recliners at LA. Oh, you guys should have those. We barely got those like 4 years ago. The ArcLight in LA serves beer.
Oh, ArcLight, is that like your Galaxy theaters or like something like that?
No, ArcLight's just like this nice theater in LA. It's super expensive to go watch a movie there.
We have one similar to that, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a whole thing. There's dinner. You get dinner.
That's
there.
interesting.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I saw. What did I see there? I saw a few movies there. I saw. What was that movie?
Is it recent? Suicide Squad.
Yeah. No, I saw. It's like as recent. It's like I don't know, 4 months ago or something. No, more than 4 months. Maybe a year ago. I saw this movie with my sister. My sister was in town. She's not from around here. She's from Kansas. So I don't remember the last time she came into town, but it was when she did. And we went to go see some Julia Roberts movie. About like Chiwetel Ejiofor was in it. I forget what it's called. It's based on some Spanish language movie. Anyway, we saw that one. I saw Captain America Civil War at the ArcLight. And I think I saw Blue is the Warmest Color there a long time ago. So what was that? When did that come out? 2014 or something?
I don't even... Like, Civil War I knew, but I don't know about that.
Oh, that's a great movie. Blue is the Warmest Color. Yeah. It's great. It's made by... oh, wow. I am not remembering his name right now. He did another film called Secret of the Grain.
Do you mean
which is like one of my favorites.
Keshish?
Kachiche, yeah. Kachiche? Maybe I'm saying his name wrong.
Yeah. I just pulled it up and I see his name right there.
Yeah, no, great director. He did a film called Secret of the Grain, which is really good. Recommend it for podcast listeners. Maybe not, actually. It's a slow burn drama. But if you're into it. But yeah, he did Blue's the Warmest Color, and I was really excited about that movie at the time. And so I went to go see it. And I think I saw it at the ArcLight. Yeah, where you
drink beer and recline and possibly sleep. They're gonna have beds at some point. Watch.
See, I don't remember there being a recliner when I went there. I think that time. But
what do you think the
now.
future of theaters has now? What do you think? They have that still with the screen.
I don't know if there is a future.
You think it's just gonna like die?
Well, I don't know. Maybe there's always
in 5 years' time, not so much in like the deep future. How about that?
Sure. You know what? I don't know.
Because my gimmick is they're gonna have sofas next. I think sofa's gonna be next. Sofas, and then switching into beds. Into how we have recliners, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Maybe you'll have headphones.
Oh man, that's kind of
like really good, nice headphones.
For 5 HD. That's interesting. That would be interesting too.
No, so that way you don't have to deal with
babies crying,
like noisy,
just kids being loudish.
Yeah,
I think another thing too, like they tried doing that. Sorry to cut you off. I think another thing would be like smelling, and possibly moving.
Yeah, see, I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
No, let's do it. We should make it a thing. We should start getting on it and just start selling it to movie theaters.
I honestly don't think there's ever going to be like there was at E3.
Oh, are you gonna talk about the smell-o-vision or thing for like?
Yeah,
the South Park. Yeah, I heard about that.
The nauseous riff or whatever.
Yeah, smell.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
Yeah, the podcast I was talking about, they actually went there and they did it. Apparently, they spray like this disgusting. It's not disgusting. It's not like actual like stuff that actually makes you sick or whatever. It's just like an odor, like fragrance or whatever. And they just spray that into your nose. And apparently, like anytime your character farts, I guess is the idea. And apparently that stuff lasted for up to a day. So that smell was in them for a day.
In your nose for a day? Yep. That's horrifying.
Mm-hmm. So all you could smell is just like shit. It just smelled like someone just shit themselves.
Yikes. Yeah, no thanks, man.
I mean, that's not going to be what the future of theater is, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. It's intense. There's a lot of
I was kidding about that too. I mean, like the whole like couches and beds and stuff. I don't go to the theater too much.
No, me neither.
I think
I don't know. I can't remember the last time I went to a movie theater.
Yeah, I think the last time definitely the last time I went was Suicide Squad. That's definitely the last time I went.
Oh yeah, that's probably the last time I went too.
Nice. I think that's.
No, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is a good enough time to close this off. You want to go?
Oh, I wanted to ask you. God damn it!
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I had a whole thing. I wanted to hear your thoughts on Kill la Kill.
Oh, let's see.
You were saving them for a podcast, weren't you?
We were. I could try getting rid of something to add this in.
let's save it. This
Again? I'll tell you after the podcast, and then we'll just.
I want to hear all your thoughts about Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
The anime.
Yeah. Let me hold on.
Great anime.
Actually, you know what? At the end of the podcast, let's do this. I'm gonna start another document. Okay, podcast. Number 3.
Oh yeah, why don't we do that?
And
okay.
Then we'll
no, let's talk about this right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll talk about.
I have a great idea.
Kill. Okay, cool.
Okay, Kyo, my idea. Ready?
Okay.
Let us have a book club. About Kill la Kill. Yeah, like a book club, and where we can have a separate podcast.
I've never been in a book club.
Well, we've already seen it. Well, so this one doesn't count too much. But like a spoiler cast. Do you know what a spoiler cast is? Oh, okay.
I think I think we're probably gonna do that with Inside already, though, right?
I thought we were just gonna do Inside in our podcast.
But wouldn't that be part of like the book club thing where we spoil because we're gonna
but I mean our next even though we're both gonna play Inside, I don't think the whole next episode of our podcast is gonna be about Inside.
Definitely
right?
not. Definitely not. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think we should have a bonus segment on some of these where we like just focus on one thing, the whole thing.
Interesting. Okay, so we go on a tangent for about an hour, or should this be?
We could talk for an hour about Kill la Kill, or we could talk for an hour about some other show. We could do that with where we both watch it from the beginning.
Recore.
I don't have that game. I don't have Xbox One.
It's a movie. It's a movie. Or it's a show. It's an anime show. I think you suggested it to us.
Oh, okay, you're thinking of ReZero.
ReZero. What the hell? Yeah, ReZero.
Yeah, Recore is that video game that's made by the Metroid Prime guys and Keiji Inafune.
I don't think I care too much about that. But yeah, but that's one of the animes I've been watching. But I see what you're saying.
Well, I mean, we can't do it with that because I finished that show. That show's last episode came out last Monday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Me, June, Saul, and Justin were watching that one.
You just said me, June. I'm June.
Sorry, Jingle. Sorry, I throw you guys. There's a lot of J's. Okay.
Yeah, I know you guys have just started that. Yeah. It's a good show. I
like it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the ending. It has a ending, or it has a conclusion that doesn't feel like an ending. Which is better than an ending that doesn't feel like a conclusion.
I already know this anime looks or feels very. I understand the premise of it. This guy's stuck. I think I understand.
Well, no. What I'm saying is the ending isn't the end. Like it's, but it's not like I'm not saying like there's a huge cliffhanger.
And the ending is like the beginning.
I don't know if it's a beginning, but it's like there's much more story to tell.
Yeah.
And so it's not completely satisfying when it ends. Yeah, but it leaves off in a good place, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so let's keep going with this list. So you want to do like a book club thing where we talk about one thing. That's going to add... So if we're going to do that, that's going to add another thing I have to edit.
No, I'm saying that should be... It's own. Let's make it not edited.
Just...
Screw it. No bleeping of cuss words.
Uh-huh. That would be okay. I could do that.
Just like low quality, comparatively.
Okay.
But like, it'll be fun to do it.
Hell yeah, I'm down with that.
We could both play or watch like a short season of a show, or like watch, play a video game and just like chat.
Yeah.
Or if we play video games, we could do it like, hey, let's play up until level 5.
Yeah.
And then, or like, I'll find like. If we do decide to do a game, Inside the short games, we're going to finish that.
Yeah, we could talk like a few minutes on that on the regular podcast, I guess. Right?
Yeah, but like next time we do like a bigger game, like we could both go like, okay, hey, let's not play further than this mission.
And then just talk about that.
Both of us. Yeah, and neither of us will know anything about what's in the future.
I'm down with that game. That sounds really cool. That sounds like a cool format we could do.
We don't have to start this next week. I'm just saying, like, let's start working on this idea for the future.
Yeah.
and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it on a video game or a TV show or something or anything.
For sure. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll do Kill a Kill tomorrow. Or tomorrow. The hell? Next? Not
I'm
next.
down tomorrow. No, I'm down to do Kill a Kill tomorrow if you want to just do it without any editing.
Yeah, we'll do an hour of that. I still have work, so we'll have like... Well, I could do an hour out of work. After work. And then...
What time?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Sounds good. I'll be home by then.
Cool. And then... What are we going to do for the actual podcast next week, though? I guess we could just still...
Oh, we're going to talk about Inside, aren't we?
Yeah, I have Inside. I have Kill a Kill for the book club thing, so we'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah. Inside, I want to talk about this game, because I haven't played it yet, but I'm sure it's going to be worth talking about.
I'll do that. I'll just put the top for Inside. I'll add stuff. And if you can add anything on there, that'd be pretty cool, too. But so far, I just have Inside.
I actually... left a Google Doc.
So it's fine. Just open up when you can. Close us out. Close us out, June. I closed out last time.
Okay. Oh, hey. By the way, I like this Google Doc. You just wrote everything we talked about in it.
Yeah.
Well, we can't always talk about Overwatch.
Yeah.
But I haven't played it since a few days ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, have you...
Maybe.
Okay, I'll close this out.
Yeah, close this out.
What are you doing right now?
I am currently typing stuff in our Google Docs.
No, I mean, what are you doing after this podcast?
Oh, probably playing Overwatch.
You want to play some Overwatch?
I'm pretty sure they're still on.
Yeah, I'm logged in on PlayStation right now.
All right.
I can see my friends are playing Overwatch. Apparently, I have a friend, and I'm gonna call him out right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when I added him or who he is.
Yeah.
But his name or her name is wait, let me find it again. Prespex. Yeah, like prospects, but with a E.
Interesting.
Right? Prespex.
Tell me more.
They are at 100 trophy score.
On Overwatch?
On PlayStation.
What?
Like
on all the games they've done, they got all the trophies.
So they have... Oh, and they were last online over a month ago. So that means they haven't played in a recent times.
Oh my goodness.
They have 917 platinum trophies. 3,310 gold trophies.
Yeah.
9,358 silver trophies. And 27,438 bronze trophies.
Wow.
What the hell? The closest person to this person on my friends list is probably me.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of trophies. And I am only at... what is that? I can't read that. 30
platinum.
No, I have more than 30 platinums. I have 49 platinums, but I am at 30 trophy score.
Yeah. Dang.
So yeah, that person has 100.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they just added you.
I don't know when they added me, actually.
That's weird.
I don't ever remember them being on my friends list before. But I was scrolling to see if our buddies were playing Overwatch, and then I saw someone with 100 trophy score, and I was like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, what does that mean?
That's weird.
That's insane.
They must be hacking. They must be hacking.
I don't know if they're hacking. But some of those... So I looked at their trophies. Because I was like, what trophies do they have? They have like the platinum for the Kingdom Hearts remasters.
Yeah.
Those are hard platinums. I haven't gotten them.
Yeah, those are hard. Playing Kingdom Hearts in general is just hard. Kind of hard, but like... If you're like a completionist, right? I think it's hard.
Yeah, like I mean, it's like you could beat the game, but I mean, like I've never beaten Sephiroth.
Yep.
You know, so it's like
you have to do a lot of hours for that, like practicing. And
stuff.
No,
I was a maxed out Sora and everything. I had all my stats all the way up, and I still couldn't beat him.
Oh man. So you gonna close us out now, or?
I did. I thought I did. Sorry.
I don't know. You didn't say bye or anything. I was like, okay, still waiting, I guess. Let's just go on for another 10 minutes. I don't care.
Keo, I will drag this out.
Okay, quickly,
Okay.
June.
Quickly. Okay, so you can find Keo online at youtube.com/xkeo. He does videos about No Man's Sky.
No. Okay, let's not.
You don't?
No,
you don't.
I really don't. No,
You did.
I did. I tried. I didn't want to.
Did you upload any of them?
I didn't upload anything. I haven't uploaded anything for about like 2 months, or 6 months.
Okay, Keo might be there at some point. We should upload our podcast to YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do with the whole animation thing. I'm trying to figure that out, but I'm gonna have a separate YouTube for that. But plug in our Podbean.
Okay.
Plug in our Podbean at the end.
Okay, podbean.com/Binch Bros.
Yeah,
Am I right?
I think it's benchbros@podbean.com. I think you could probably. Let me see.
You can't expect me to know that.
Yeah, sorry. I did say it in the beginning, though. Let me see if you could do that anyways. No, it gives you an error 44 if you put podbean.com.
Don't do what I said. See, this is why you close us out. This is why I don't close us out. I don't have the information.
You need to. It's practice, right? But yeah,
it is practice.
It's benchbros.podbean.com. Go check us out. Let us know how the podcast is going.
Should we Yeah, I mean, if you're ever playing Overwatch, guys.
Yeah.
Shoot me a message.
Yeah. Also, you could listen to our podcasts. No, you can't. Never mind. But shoot June a message. She's should we plug in our show?
Yeah. Why don't we give our gamer tags out? Why not?
Yeah. Let's go.
You're nervous. You're nervous.
A little bit.
Hold on.
A little bit.
All right, we're not gonna do that. We don't trust you guys yet.
Not yet.
Once we have a loyal following and we trust you, we will play with you.
I'm pretty sure anybody could find anybody. But yeah, anyways, just go to Binch Bros at Podbean or .podbean.com. Thanks for listening, guys. See you later.
I think
I'll close this out.
We have wonderful chemistry here.